Kazakhstani representative to the United Nations, Kairat Umarov, has described Al-Shabab as the biggest threat to peace and security in Somalia. Despite an arms embargo on Somalia, a cache of firearms was discovered in the port of Kismayo. Investigations are underway to find its origin and destination. The militants are also said to receive support from neighboring countries like Eritrea, but the Somalia-Eritrea monitoring group says it found no links between the group and Eritrea. Umarov now says the region demands a peacekeeping presence.
Despite the successful eviction of ISIL, Daesh faction, from the port town of Kandala by the Puntland security forces in December 2016, the group reported that this terrorist organization continues to maintain its presence in the surrounding mountainside. The group reported on ongoing investigations into support for armed groups as well as into potential breaches of the arms embargo. Additionally, the group continues to seek clarification on combatants missing in action since the Djibouti-Eritrean border clashes.
Let's discuss this further with Hassan Sheikh Ali Noor. He is a security and strategist analyst based in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu. Thank you for joining us. How is the news of this U.S. deployment into Somalia being viewed there?
Thank you to having me here. And then actually there is no common ground of agreement to what about the why the U.S. are deploying right now to Somalia. And there is a variation of ideas and views among the Somalis. Some are welcoming, saying this is good start to engage Somalia's political process, and while the others that are scared, saying why at this moment, well, some of course they disagree, say why the Americans, they want to come back to Somalia. So there is no common ground. Everybody has his own interpretation or different views among the Somalis, because they have also the different political views. And each group or each person, they have to look from their own angle and then to see the presence of U.S. forces in Somalia. So I cannot say there is on one view or the one perception to see the America's forces coming back to Somalia.
Now, the U.S. had a pretty nasty experience during the last deployment of troops there, which ended with the Black Hawk Down incident. What practical impact can this deployment have in the war against Al-Shabab?
Actually, this is a different period, because in the 90s, when the American came to Somalia, their mission was the humanitarian, although later on the American engaged some form of a war against the Somali warlord, the late General Aidid. However, this dramatic change took place after 11 September, and then as we know, everybody knows, the Americans are engaging so-called, what they call that, the war on terror. And based on that reality in Somalia, and like other countries like Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iraq, Yemen, Libya, Nigeria, and other countries having so-called what we call the Islamic militant, or what the American, according to their own definition, say the terrorist. So the term is different, and then Somalia's political process also is different. That time in Somalia, there was no central government, and everybody was claiming his own political sovereignty. But right now, Somalia has a government, although the government is still quite weak and need for support both the regional and international level. However, that time there was the clan and group and factionalism war, but right now there is a powerful Islamic militant, so-called Al-Shabab, which they say have a link or the relationship with the Al-Qaeda and other international jihadists. And the government of Somalia and then the militant, they are fighting for a long time in Somalia. Of course, the Americans, they were here in Somalia, assisting the African Union or the AMISOM, against Al-Shabab, and then they were using the drones or missiles to kill or to target.
All right, I'm afraid we seem to have lost Hassan Sheikh Ali Noor, but great insights from him. We thank him for joining us.